It seems today that all you see is violence in movies and sex on TV.
Hey, welcome to the Family Guy Funnycast. This is the Family Guy Funnycast, episode 16. If I'm Dyin, I'm Lyin, the 8th episode of season 2. I hurt myself earlier. I cannot speak very well. Just kidding. I'm good.
Holy shit, you just fucking tricked me.
You just got fucking pranked, bro.
I haven't talked to Joe in 3 weeks, so I believed him.
Yeah, that's what we call in the business a successful prank.
I call it lying to your friend and co-host.
It's not lying if it's for a joke.
It's not lying if it's funny. That's the difference.
Yeah, if it's funny, it's not a lie. If it's not funny, it's hateful deceit.
I wonder which one this one falls into.
Stick around and find out.
Did you introduce yourself, Cam? Am I good to go?
I did not, but you kind of introduced me, so why don't you introduce yourself now?
He's your other host, Joe. I'm your other host, Sean.
That's true. We're both the hosts.
It's true, yeah, we're co-hosts.
Yeah, and today we're going to be
kind of
discussing...
like co-parenting.
Yeah, today we're going to be discussing co-parenting and tips and tricks for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and co-parenting when you both live on opposite coasts.
It's true. I actually have a really fucked up story. I mean, it's not really fucked up, but it's pretty sad. Story about the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, let's hear it.
But we'll get into it once let's introduce the story of the episode first, so it's not just kind of random.
Oh yeah. I mean, friends don't really usually talk about the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You know, it's just we don't want to make conversation. We just want to stick on topic. So
we're not just friends. We're kind of running a podcast right now.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Okay. Well, anyway, God, bitch. The plot for today's episode. If I'm Dyin, I'm Lyin. So, Chris and Peter are watching... Is it Gumball? Is that the name of the show?
To Gumball.
Okay, I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's Gumball, Gimple. Gumball to Gumball. A show about two black brother cops. When Lois yells at Chris for not doing his homework. He's not allowed to watch it that week, but he can next week if he does his homework. Fast forward to next week, and he still hasn't done it, but Peter lies and said he has. Turns out the show has been cancelled. Inspired by the Grant-A-Wish Foundation, Peter lies that Chris has a deadly disease and gets the show renewed. The news station comes around hoping for Chris to die for good views, but he's not sick. Peter lies that he cured Chris and convinces people he's a healer and is worshipped as a god. Peter refuses to stop their worship, so God sends the plagues to him. When Chris is crushed by the giant golden rider Peter's worshippers make, Peter learns his lesson and recants about being a healer god. And that's the episode.
Pretty... I'll say one thing. This is definitely an episode in season 2 of Family Guy.
It wasn't, bad, but I don't know. There weren't many moments that are like, oh, yeah, this is a good one.
No,
you feel
most of the episode, I think... I only enjoy because of Gumball to Gumball, and also that gag when Peter runs into the television network and the lady says, "You can't go in there," and he says, "Watch me," and he opens the door and slams himself into a brick wall.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent episode. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was inoffensive.
Yeah,
some okay gags here and there.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't I enjoyed it, kinda. It was not an episode where there have only been a few episodes where I've really been enjoying myself and feeling it, but also wasn't an episode where what the fuck am I doing? Why did I start the Family Guy Funnycast?
I'll tell you why you did. It's because the people need to know.
Yeah, the people need to know every single episode of Family Guy, the plot summary, the references, what I think about it, because my opinions are just that important.
Exactly, and as a Rhode Island native, your opinions on this matter the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it Rhode Island or Delaware, where you live?
Nope.
Whatever.
I am a neighboring. I feel like I've said my state. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm in Connecticut. I mean, during this episode, I'm about to give away a lot of revealing information too. So like, whatever.
No, don't
No,
dox yourself.
I'm not doxing myself. It's just for the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Cool. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So should I get into my Make-A-Wish story now, or should I wait a little bit?
Let's do it now before we forget.
Okay. It's a little dark, so it might be good to get it out of our system now.
Yeah, and then we can lighten ourselves up later.
Yeah. So my school, I went to a private school, and it was K through 12.
Jeez, get a load of this guy.
I know, right? It was pretty fucked up. My school had like some really rich kids, and then like my mom had to work at the school to afford tuition. It's like, I was going to school with people with like summer homes, and we could take a vacation every year, and I just like couldn't.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, like,
fuck.
There were only a few people who were like really rich, excluding the exchange students who all were loaded.
Of course, they exchanged themselves for money.
No,
that's not what that is.
I mean, they might have. But I can't.
Oh, right.
That.
So yeah, no, their parents do it.
Yeah,
my bad.
Allegedly, one of the exchange students I went to school with, his dad owns the largest single duck distributor in all of China.
Single duck distributor?
Yeah. Like,
whoa.
Like eating duck.
I've never had duck, so I don't know if I can call this a craving or not, but I've been wanting duck lately.
Dude, I can send you a link to the website. I mean, it probably doesn't ship now during COVID. But, like, I think it does ship normally.
Okay, yeah, I'm down to get shipped some duck.
I mean, maybe the other international kids were just fucking with me when they told me that, but, like, I did find the website that purported to be his father's.
So, you don't know if they were fucking with you, but if they were fucking with you, they knew enough to research a real duck distributor.
I mean, yeah. Or, like, he might not be the largest duck distributor, like... He might just be a duck distributor.
He's definitely got his toes in the market.
I mean, they gave me a link to a real duck website, so like, at least if it's a prank, they were prepared.
That's commitment to the bit that we here at the Funnycast respect.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, I feel like it'd probably be more a prank on that guy and less a prank on me, because it was I had some friends that were exchange students, but the girl who told him this wasn't one of them, so like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think she pranked me. Maybe she pranked my friend. He got expelled from our school because he cheated on a midterm. Maybe it was a final. No, yeah, it was a final. He took pictures of the English final.
Oh my god, dude.
Shouldn't expel him over that. It was fucked up.
Yeah, if you want to cheat in class, the Funnycast will endorse you.
Oh, I cheated a lot. I got caught a couple times. That's fine.
I never got caught. I will say this now. Freshman year, we took biology, and my teacher was the worst teacher I have ever had. When people talk shit about teachers that, they just read from slides, they don't actually do any teaching. Like, for most, like, the vast majority of my school experience, that was bullshit, except for this guy.
Damn.
And so I had no fucking clue what was going on. Like, obviously that technique works for people, because there were only a few people struggling in that class. And I was one of them. And for both semesters, we had a final per semester, same class all year long. And for both finals, I was sat in the same spot across from my friend who was super fucking smart, and my teacher did not do different tests. So usually there's like 2 versions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do that for either test. So I would just look at my friend's sheet and just copy his.
Nice.
And we were sat like tables, so there were 4 people per table, 2 on each side.
Oh wow, just like my class.
Yeah, we had actual tables. We didn't have those shitty desks that I fucking hate. I hate those things.
We had like big desks that were made of asbestos.
Oh, that truly.
Which, I mean, I guess it's bad, but like they waxed them and shit, and I think the point was to prevent any fires, because it was like a certified lab by like by whatever standard it needs to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let the entire baseball team cheat off me in our mandatory civics class junior year. I mean, they were all my friends. They were cool guys, but they weren't as fast. It wasn't for me there. Okay, but anyway, back to the story.
Oh, right, you have a story to tell.
You did get distracted. There was this kid. He was in elementary school, I think, when I was in like 9th or 10th grade. Like, so there was a pretty big gap from us. Mm-hmm. And he unfortunately was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember, like, he had been diagnosed with it for a while. Things were looking up, and then I guess it came back or it got worse. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, things were looking pretty bad for him. And he ends up, because we're in Connecticut, most people here are big Patriot fans, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
And he requests that the doctor, like, when they're like doing something during it, carve a 12 into his skull for Tom Brady.
Oh, man.
And I mean, who is the doctor to say no to a kid dying of cancer? So the doctor did it, and he put a 12 right in his skull. And then the kid's condition gets worse, and Tom Brady decides to meet with him.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tom Brady meets the kid, he meets the family, and then I think ESPN, or at least some news, something runs a story on it, talking about it, and then, unfortunately, the kid passed away later that year, and then that was also the same year that, it was one of the years Tom Brady won the Super Bowl. So I think this must have been like 2017, 2018.
Oh, man. So that kid, he gave Tom Brady his final hamon.
I mean, that's what we all thought, honestly. I mean, we didn't know about hamon yet, but like, you know, we picked up on that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Tom Brady wasn't slick about it.
No. Hey, kid,
yes, that.
You carved me into your skull? That's pretty cool.
Can I take the last of your energy?
You're pretty hardcore. Can I take the last of your energy? I need it for this game.
I mean, if you were going to die and, like, your idol approached you and was like, hey, can I just have, like, your last, like, 2 months so I can win the biggest thing? Like, I don't know, who do you care about? Who's your biggest idol?
Fuck.
If Donald Trump came up to you and said, hey, kid, I need the last 2 months of your life and I'll make America great again. I'll build that wall and I'll lock her up. Of course you would do it.
Sure. Let's pretend I do it.
Haha, you said doo-doo.
Doo-doo. And I said it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You know, Donald Trump takes your life force, but he gets her done.
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'd do it. What would you...
You do it?
Yeah, why not?
What would I do in that situation?
Yeah, what would you do?
I'm not giving him my energy. I need those 2 months.
I thought you were going to say the other thing.
Well, what's the other thing?
That you would do it.
No, I would not do it.
Well, then
I'd be dying.
I changed my answer.
Did you only do it because you thought I was going to do it?
Yeah, I'm not going to die alone. I mean, I probably will, but not right now. Not if you do it with me.
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
No, dude. If I was dying, I mean, if I knew I was dying, I'd have a hell of a time before I go. Like, if I was gonna die, I'd do all the drugs I wanted, you know? Like, oh no, I hope this speedball doesn't kill me before the cancer does.
You say that in a room full of people, you get a million laughs. But you have to be dying when you do it. Otherwise...
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's just sad.
Yeah, I do have to be dying of terminal cancer when I say that.
What would you do if you were dying of terminal cancer and Tom Brady came into your hospital room while you were on... Well, I guess if you're dying of it, you're not doing chemotherapy. But you're just in your hospital room and Tom Brady says, hey, I need the last 2 months of your life so I can win the big game. And you agree
dude.
And you agree to it, but the only condition is that he has to give you a big old Tom Brady kiss on the mouth for 5 seconds minimum.
I mean,
do you think he does it?
Wait, me or the kid?
No, you're on your deathbed.
Oh,
He
okay.
needs you.
I mean, if I was already saying yes, then of course I'd kiss him. However, I wouldn't say yes because Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers this year. So like, fuck him, dude. He abandoned New England.
That's true. Okay, same scenario. You're dying. Tom Brady asks for your last 2 months, and you say yes, but you don't know that he wants to give you a big old Tom Brady wet one on the lips. When he leans in for the kiss, tongue out.
Yeah.
Do you try to go back on the deal, or is it too late?
Oh. He unfurls his big floppy dog tongue and takes it out of his mouth.
Yeah, and you can hear him saying, "Awooga, awooga." Tongue falls out, rolls on floor, heart bursts out of chest 5 times.
Dies instantly.
Dies instantly. Steam flies out of ears. Train whistle sounds.
Oh my god! I just killed Tom Brady.
And then he gets up and says, "No, I still want that wet one."
I mean, if you put on a show like that, I guess I'd have to kiss him back.
Yeah, if you put it that way, I think you're right.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Mr. Brady. I'm not a very good kisser. I'm gonna warn you now.
I'm not a very good kisser. Touches his hands behind back, kicks the dirt. But you could teach me. Blushes. Giggles.
Well, if you want, Mr. Brady.
Well, I didn't think I'd ever kiss you, but if you want to.
Yeah.
I would go back on the deal.
Would you?
Yeah, I don't want to kiss.
Really?
I don't want to kiss Tom Brady.
But think about how many lines of the Brady family are in that kiss. Because Tom Brady kisses his dad and he kisses his son, and I have to assume that Tom Brady's dad didn't invent this, but this is like an ancient Brady tradition dating back to like when mankind first arose.
Yeah.
You know, they've been kissing and passing their powers down this line this entire time.
Yeah, there is a lot of legacy there. But I still...
It's like the gay with your dad version of One for All, or All for One. Wait, no, One for All.
You kiss Tom Brady, then you wake up sweating in your bed. Your room just exploded for no reason, and you're on your hands and knees panting in your bed, and you don't know why.
I realize the cancers are gone, and now I'm one of the world's best football players.
What was that dream?
Dude, okay, same situation, right? Tom Brady's like, I need the last 2 months of your life. Mm-hmm. You kiss him, but while you're kissing him, you notice the energy is visibly draining from his body. And then when you finish the kiss, he's now a frail and decrepit old man, and you're cured, revitalized, you have all his power, and he tells you, you're going to die after the Super Bowl. You go win it for me. Find a new host if you win.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go win the Super Bowl.
It's too. Oh, okay.
No, I'm already tongue deep in Tom Brady. There's no going back on that.
What would you do with his football powers, and if you didn't want to use? So, let's say this is end of December. The Super Bowl's in February. What do you do with these 2 months of football power if you're not getting ready for the Super Bowl?
I'd probably try another sport. They're probably intersectional, right?
I mean, who was it? One of the famous basketball players did that. Was it
Michael Jordan? He went on to golf.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, he played golf, but
he
also
went
went
on to
baseball.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I imagine they're intersectional enough. I mean, at the end of the day, the 2 things you need is the skill for the sport and the physique for it. Mm-hmm. You'll have the physique, and I'm sure some of those skills translate, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if Tom Brady's a quarterback, so he's got a good throwing arm. He could be a good pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, he can throw those balls. Dude, Tom Brady should have instead of going to the Buccaneers, he should have joined a sport that he has there's nothing related. He should try to go pro in tennis.
Dude, he would whack that ball so fucking hard.
Dude, he'd whack it like a fucking meteor shot right at the other player. And they have to dodge it, but they can't because they're not fast enough.
Dude, he'd make Mario Tennis real.
Yes, Tom Brady. If you're listening to the Funnycast, please go pro in tennis. We're begging you.
Please, but also know that I would go back on the deal because I don't want to tongue kiss you. You are the Benedict Arnold of New England.
It's true. Do you think any of Tom Brady's skills would transfer to like pro gaming? Like I could spend those 2 months being like a Fortnite pro instead.
I think so, but only because you would be in. I'm assuming you would be in, like your body. You would just have his skills and, like you.
Yeah,
you would be.
you get his.
You would be a
You get
peak
his
human.
skills and his muscles.
Yeah, you'd be peak human, like Captain America or Batman. But yeah, since you're in your body, technically, I think so. But
yeah,
Tom Brady's 42. He's past his peak for gaming. He doesn't have that reaction speed.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Tom Brady still got it.
I mean, it's definitely possible, but like even in your 30s, you start losing that stuff.
Uh-oh,
Even if you're,
watch out.
Oh, I'm already losing all my skills.
Our pro Dota career is slipping away from us.
We have 2 years left.
You have 2 years left.
This is my team, and I'm taking it with me.
I'm young and spry.
Fuck. Yeah, it's true. You are Tom Brady.
It's true. I am the Tom Brady of Dota 2.
I've always said that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've been saying that for about 5 years now.
What a coincidence. We've been playing Dota together for like 5 years now.
Holy shit.
I just got an email from our friend about Dota saying, holy shit, that's so many heroes.
That is a lot of fucking heroes in that game.
Mm-hmm. It's true. But anyway, this isn't the Dota Funnycast. This is the Family Guy Funnycast. So, first off, did you notice that the animation looked a little weird this episode?
I don't...
Like, just something about it was a little bit off.
It didn't look any weirder to me than it has been. Because Look, I come from a place of privilege. I did buy a 4K TV for about $400 last year. Or maybe the year before. I don't remember. It was really cheap, and it's fine. I had $400. Get over it, liberals.
I'm over
it. And if your old cartoon is not built for even HD, it's going to look weird. And it looks fucking weird.
I mean, yeah, I have a 4K monitor, but I don't have the internet to stream 4K. I get like 2 megabytes a second download.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I had so much better internet at college. I remember like before I came home for spring break, and I knew I wasn't going back, even though they hadn't like announced it yet. I'm like, shit, I gotta download games now. Why I have 6 times better internet?
I got pretty okay internet. We upgraded.
Hell yeah.
We were able to upgrade, I should say.
Nice. I need to look into it. I feel like there's definitely a better internet plan we could get. Because my friend has the same provider. He's like, oh, it's so good. I was like, fuck you, dude. It's Garbo here.
Yeah, definitely look into that. We had AT&T for a while, and that was dog shit.
I got cocks. Cock.
That's the penis word. We have Spectrum now, which is...
Spectrum D's nuts.
Oh! Which is some amalgamation of 2 corporate entities. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But I can stream...
Anyway, back to the episode. Something I noticed is the portraits. Did you notice it this episode?
I did not.
So, my first notice was the portraits are good. The portraits are actually fully done in this episode.
Whoa.
However, this might have happened in other scenes. I only noticed it at this point. If you go to 20 minutes and 7 seconds, the order of the portraits are... Sorry, I need to look because I didn't mention the order. Well, I guess I can't fast forward. Anyway, the order of the portraits goes, I think it's Stewie, Meg, Chris, right? Then, if you look again at 2010, it's inverted, so it's Chris, Meg, Stewie. Or, I don't know if that's what I said the further. Stewie, Meg, Chris, whatever. So yeah, the order of the portraits flip with Stewie and Chris being on the opposite side in those 2 different scenes, only 3 seconds apart from each other. And then, if you look at 2017, so in the 2007 shot and the 2010 shot, Chris is wearing all red, including a red hat. However, in the 2017 shot, and at least one shot earlier in the episode, Chris is wearing a blue suit with a red hat.
Holy shit.
Now, I don't know who let this oversight get through. I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't know Family Guy. But what it suggests to me is, did they have like different teams working on it, or did they work on these episodes like really out of sync? Like they worked on this part 1 week, then like the next 3 seconds like a week later. It's like if they were doing them sequentially, you realize pretty quickly, literally 3 seconds ago, this was not in the same order. But no, they didn't notice it. Unless they did, and this was intentional. But I doubt that.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on in animation studios, especially in the 90s. But that seems like a huge blunder.
No labor laws back then.
That is such a huge blunder that I have to hope that after it aired, there was a fan uprising, and they emailed Fox and said, hey, what the fuck is with the portraits? I thought you guys had the continuity down by now.
And Fox was like, I'm so sorry, we'll cancel Family Guy.
Yeah, and then John Fox said, I'm so sorry. We will bring this up with Seth and the animators in Asia. I'm so sorry, this will not happen again.
And then, dude, it probably happened like next episode. Oh, I guess next episode would be too late at that point. I don't know like the production schedule on Family Guy. So I don't know if like they're still finishing the episodes every week, or if they've already like pre-finished them.
I know they're done in advance, but I don't know like how many.
Because I know like with some like anime that have like bad production schedules, they're finishing the episodes week to week. Like they literally could not release the next episode sooner because it's not done.
Yeah,
but
I
anyway,
don't know because.
Oh, do you have more to say about this?
No, not really. It's just I don't know what, like how long they finish ahead of time, because they do like change stuff, but also these episodes are animated not traditionally, but like they're hand drawn and stuff, so I guess it is traditional, whatever, and they're done like 8-9 months before they air.
Oh, okay. So I would assume they're probably at least mostly done, like to the point where like, you wouldn't be able to change it. I mean, I guess you always could change it in post. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't animate.
Yeah, it's just that's why like South Park, because they do it the week of. That's why they're always topical and on top of stuff that happened like 2 weeks ago. But The Simpsons and Family Guy are always so out of date. It's embarrassing in many places.
Do you think South Park is like working on an episode where it's like, yes, we know police brutality is bad, but so is protesting about it?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. They love to be contrarians.
Contrarian, fence-sitter, both-siders type beat.
Although they did finally come out and say that the Man-Bear-Pig episode was horseshit.
Wow, good job, South Park. You denied climate... When the Man-Bear-Pig episode come out?
Let's find out. It was 2006.
Wow, you denied climate change in 2006 when everyone in the scientific community long since knew it was real, and then you finally took it back in, what was it, like 2018?
Yeah, it's super recent.
Yeah. Good job, guys. This sure is a show for smart intellectuals like myself. Yeah, I don't like climate change deniers are so fucking stupid, honestly. Like the science has been settled for so long. In one of my classes, we had a lecture by one of the guys who was working on the team who presented evidence for our acid rain to I think it was the Reagan administration. And the one thing I'll never forget is the guy said Reagan's response to it was like, wow. It was essentially like, wow, this is a bit over my head for me and my college degree. And then proceeded to do jack shit about it.
Well, climate change isn't a tangible person that he can blame disasters on and plant guns on and declare war on, so...
I mean, honestly, I think Reagan was just stupid as fuck. Like, he's like, I didn't know we were selling arms to the Contras. I didn't know we couldn't do that.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was wrong.
Yeah, then the fucking dumb bitch gets dementia, and like his wife's like, "Oh, let me talk to my astrologist about that one." I was like, "No, honey, you're cured. The astrologist says you don't have dementia." God, how many of our presidents will have dementia? We got Reagan. Donald Trump has something. Biden, if he wins, already has it. Woodrow Wilson, I know his brain went poopy. I don't know if he had dementia, though, or Alzheimer's.
He probably just had lead poisoning or something.
Yeah, probably. He watched Birth of a Nation one too many times and got a concussion from it.
Yeah, he got irony poisoned. Except it wasn't irony back then, it was just real.
It was just real poisoning.
Just drinking arsenic.
To own the blacks.
Is that wrong?
Also, I think just in light of everything that's happening lately, I think we should just say, if you didn't know, if you couldn't put it together from the previous episodes, we stand with the protesters against police brutality. Fuck cops. You know how it is. Yeah.
If you didn't see our tweet, because you probably didn't, unless you're Adam.
Because you probably don't follow us.
Yeah, you probably don't follow us, unless you're Adam. Hey, Adam. We do stand with the protesters. We vehemently detest cops and everything that they do.
Yeah, I mean, it's been fuck cops for me for a while. It was kind of weird, because right when this time I was like, I'm like, oh, I see, like, the problems with policing. A police officer shot and killed my friend's older brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, her and I, we weren't like super close. Like, she wasn't my best friend, but like we were close. I definitely call her friend. We did the plays together every year. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Fuck, dude. I don't know anyone that has been personally affected by it, but it's everywhere that you can't look away. Not that I would say I wish I could look away, but you can't ignore this shit.
You wish you didn't have to look, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucked up. Like, I mean, like, Connecticut always seems like such a nice little peaceful place, but then you have like Sandy Hook, then you have like police shootings of black people still. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's nowhere that's free from it, really. And I think that underlies a much larger institutional issue. So yeah, solidarity to the protesters who are trying to fight to fix that. Sorry if they burn down your local Target. But like, too bad. It's just a Target, dude. Get over it.
Yeah. I, for one, would be happy to see my Target vandalized.
What if protesters vandalized your store? What'd you think then? What if they stole like a #1 issue of like the Amazing Spider-Man or some shit?
Well, if they stole the first Amazing Spider-Man, that would be thousands of dollars in their hands. Not that we have one. I've never seen that one.
What's the rarest comic that you have in terms of like value? If I were to be planning to loot your store, hypothetically, and like, where in the store is it?
I would say the coolest thing we have is the first appearance of Black Cat in Amazing Spider-Man. Nice. I mean, in general, but it's an Amazing Spider-Man issue.
How much does that go for?
A high grade, which is the condition. I mean, we're selling it for $200, and it's not certified. It's not on a slab. It hasn't been, I guess, appraised by the CGC, comics grading, whatever. So just on its own,
Commission?
$200.
Committee?
In a slab, more than that, but I don't know how much.
What does in a slab mean?
So it's bigger than a comic. It's a display case, kind of. It's a see-through plastic case to keep it safe, clean, and dry, so humidity doesn't get into it. and also it's protected from damage and everything. And at the top, there's, the information of the book, who's in it, or who wrote it, who published it, when it came out, a seal, like this holographic kind of looking thing that indicates it's legit, and also the grade on the top left.
And so, like, how much more would a slab go for than what you have now?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I could find out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand, like, how much value does, like, this certification add to it?
Let's find out. eBay, first black cat, 9.8. Oh, my God. Well, no, wait.
Yeah.
Let's see how much it actually sold for, and not just people just want to sell it for.
Okay.
Okay, this listing, Amazing Spider-Man number 194, CGC 9.8, that is a near mint. 10 does not exist.
Okay.
9.9 is the highest I've seen. And that's as closest as you're going to get to 10. This listing had its best offer accepted, and it's not showing what it is. But
fuck,
it was up to $1,750.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, and this one did sell for $1,650.
Okay, so a lot more value. All right,
Yeah.
I see.
This one sold for $2,050. So you're looking at a pretty wide range.
Man, collectors like that are kind of crazy. I could not imagine spending like $2,000 on a single comic. I can't imagine spending $2,000 on a single like collectible ever. You know?
Yeah, I would never. Like, the most I would do is a couple hundred. Maybe
yeah, if it was like something really cool that I really liked. I mean, there was a limited run edition of my favorite books, Malazan Book of the Fallen, that had like gorgeous illustrations and shit. I think those went for like $300 a book. Let me check.
I'm sending you a picture of what a slab looks like.
Okay. Okay, I see it. I've seen these before. The audience, you've probably seen these before too.
I wish I could show you, but I'm not.
Yeah, so for book 9, which I think is the last one they've done so far, the normal edition is $175, and the signed lettered edition is $350.
That's a decent chunk of change.
Oh, it is. How much is it for my favorite one of the books?
Let's find out.
Probably pretty expensive. Oh my god. A collection for books 6 to 9 that's signed by the author is going for almost $2,000.
Jesus.
Hey, but that's 3 books compared to just one comic.
That's true, but those comics have value.
These books have
Every-
roughly
every-
$2,000 worth of value.
Everything has value if you give it value.
Everything has value if you invest the socially necessary required amount of labor into it.
That is so true.
Love him or hate him, he spits great facts about the labor theory of value. I still don't really get the labor theory of value. I just pretend like I do.
Yeah, I pretend like I get everything. And
hell yeah,
it's gotten me where I am now. So if
Yeah.
you're
You know what I
struggling
don't
through
get,
life,
though?
just be like me.
Hell yeah. But you know what I don't get, though? I'm going to use the same transition I just tried.
Yes.
All the references in Family Guy.
Oh shit, we haven't done that yet. Yeah.
You're right.
40 minutes in.
Alright,
let's
so
do
let's
it.
get into the references. So the first reference is to Matt Lauer. He's the host of the NBC's Today Show. He was Me Too'd. Was he a rapist or just like a molester or like...
Well, let's be real. Those are basically the same thing. But he had a button that would trap people in his office.
Oh yeah, God.
So
how fucked up you have to be to have the rape trap button, like...
you gotta be Matt Lauer. I'll say that.
Yeah. It's a shame. I liked Matt Lauer until I found out he was a rapist.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. He was America's news dad.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, he's...
Hell no now.
Well, hell yeah, he was American. Oh, I mean, I guess hell no, because he's a rapist. Dude, it's complicated. I mean, it's not complicated. I just mean, like, looking at someone in the past and you didn't know that they... Like, the sexual miscreant that they were.
Yeah, if me and Matt Lauer were in a relationship on Facebook, it would be set to it's complicated.
Mm-hmm. Alright, next thing. So this one I'm a little unsure about. But they mentioned an Arafat interview. All I could find about Matt Lauer Arafat interview is he has an interview with Colin Powell about Yasser Arafat of Palestine 2 years after the episode came out.
I think that was Seth and the boys trying to be a little prophetic.
I think so. I think we should start keeping track of when Family Guy predicts the future. Everyone always talks about Simpsons predicting the future, but I think Family Guy's got at least a couple predictions up their sleeve.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what they are, but they gotta have some.
Like, if you're shooting like 1,000 shots, one of them's gotta hit at some point, right?
I wouldn't say yeah, but I probably wouldn't say no.
But probably, not necessarily.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, anyway.
Not exactly, but yeah.
Yeah. Next reference to Jack Daniels. It's a famous whiskey brand. That's all you need to know.
Jack and Coke, baby.
Baby. Next one is the Dateline Tuesday. It's an NBC news program. Now it does true crime stuff. And also it's now on like every single fucking day of the week. Which is the joke that they
Including
make.
Catil's Day.
Catil's Day, baby. Next one is Katie Couric. She's a journalist for NBC. That's really... She's kind of old at the point that they made this episode. So I think they're just sort of like making digs at her appearance.
Definitely. That's what they love to do best.
Yeah. Next reference is to Coach. It's a 1989 sitcom that ran until 1997, starring Craig T. Nelson. That's really all I cared to find out about Coach.
Yeah. Craig T. Nelson is an actor, and he voiced Mr. Incredible, and that's it, I guess. I mean...
I only know him because of that one Twitter user whose name's a play on his name.
Oh, hell yeah. Craig T. Nelson. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah. Next reference is to UPN TV, which is the United Paramount Network, which you might not have heard about because it combined with its competitor, WB, to make the CW in 2006.
God, you were 6 years old when that happened.
Yeah. Does everyone know about this? Does everyone know about the foundation of the CW? Like, everyone but Zoomers?
Yeah, I mean, probably Zoomers wouldn't. I feel like I go on Twitter...
Zoomers definitely don't. The Zoomers don't care about this shit.
No, there's no reason to care about it. I feel like I go on Twitter, I find Zoomers being mad or finding out something for the first time that is pretty common knowledge. I think the most recent one was Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know about that one.
Like, that movie came out in 2008. That's not that long ago.
Wait, when did Iron Man come out? Like 2009?
2008 also.
Okay. So Robert Downey Jr. was doing Iron Man and blackface in the same year, but somehow you only heard about one of them.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait for, like, the I think it's gonna be a little bit later. I think it's Gen Alpha that's after Zoomers that do, like, it won't be TikTok, but it'll be like their equivalent of TikTok reactions to finding out about stuff like 9/11 and the Holocaust.
You say Gen Alpha?
Like, yeah, I think they're called Alpha next.
Oh, good, a whole generation of Chads. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, imagine how much it's gonna suck to be part of Generation Beta, which is the one after Alpha. Like, imagine being, no, Generation Beta is better than you Alphas. Just by the very nature of the language you're using, Generation Alpha has already won. You have to invent new terms to discuss this, otherwise you've already lost.
Maybe they'll be lucky and they'll do something like just Generation B.
Generation Badass.
Generation Bitch. What's next?
I think if I have a kid, I think my kid will be a beta. Shit.
Oh, yeah, that would probably... Well...
I don't know how long generations last.
How long between generations? Let's find out, Google. About 30 years? So
30
if you had
years?
a kid...
Really?
Like, in the...
Okay, no, my kid will be an alpha then,
Yeah.
definitely. Hell yeah.
Brain.
I'm gonna teach him to boil the fucking betas. He's gonna be like 30. He's gonna be like 30. He sees like a 2-year-old and kicks his ass. That's my boy.
Buff fucking baby just kicks the shit out of old man.
Yeah, this buff fucking baby beats my alpha son's ass. I'm like 60 at this point. I'm just so disappointed in him.
God damn it, Bobby.
Alright, the next reference is to Hollywood Squares. It's a game show where two players will play tic-tac-toe, but they have to guess if the celebrity in the corresponding square for the tic-tac-toe board is telling the truth about the question provided to them by the host. And then the celebrities do funny zingers that they're pre-written, but it's like, oh my god, they're so funny.
Oh, they're so funny.
Witty. How do they come up with this stuff on the fly? Spoilers, they fucking don't.
Dude, you just blew the fucking lid on Hollywood Squares. They're gonna come after you next.
Who's on? Is Whoopi Goldberg on Hollywood Squares?
She was. I think they had a rotating cast.
Okay. Whoopi Goldberg, I know you're on The View now. I'm coming to kick
That's
your
right.
ass.
Fucking
Just for being on The View.
neo-lib shill. Get out of here.
Neo-lib shill hanging out with Meghan McCain. You know how it is.
McCain looking ass.
Meghan McCain, do you know who my father is looking ass?
Meghan McCain, have you even met my husband?
My husband will kick your ass.
My
dude.
husband, he works hard for this country, and my father was John McCain, and then John McCain is fucking dead.
And
no matter how many times people post photoshops of her crying at his grave, at his open casket, nothing is going to change that. So I think she should...
John McCain actually gave the last 2 months of his life to Donald Trump to declare war on Iran.
That's actually true.
Didn't work out, though.
Yeah.
Fuck you, John McCain. You wasted those last 2 months of your life.
But they did have a fucking epic makeout sesh, though. That was pretty hot. I'm not going to lie.
It was.
Yeah, when those pics leaked as part of the fappening, too, man.
Speaking of pictures, did you see the alleged picture of Donald Trump's penis floating around on Twitter today?
I'm really... None of the people I know showed that to me. And I'm really disappointed.
I showed it to my friends. I think I posted it in the server we're in.
You might have. That might have been where I saw it, but I wasn't directly notified.
Oh, okay, damn. You know, I was supplying the Donnie Pee-Pee pics. I hope it's real. It's probably not, but you know.
Yeah, it's
I want it to be real. Yeah. I want it to be real. It reminds me of that line. Oh, so the fucking line from Mythbusters. I reject your reality and substitute my own. I always thought that was from like a badass anime moment until I found it was a Mythbusters line.
They play that in the intro.
Dude, I've never watched Mythbusters.
It's fine.
There are no myths I want to bust.
The only myths I want to bust are titties. Nailed it. Moving on. Oh, whoa. Zinger.
It was a zingo. Alright. Next reference is Seinfeld, a 1990 sitcom starring Jerry Seinfeld, written by Larry David. Widely revered. You've probably heard of it. I don't even think I really need to explain this one, but maybe for our international listeners, they might not know about Seinfeld. It's pretty good. It's got a laugh track, which I hate, but it's good.
It's fine.
Yeah, dude, I was watching Grown Ups. I already told you this when we were playing Dota earlier. But honestly, I think Grown Ups need a laugh track. I think that would make the movie better.
I think a lot of things would actually be better with the laugh track.
I don't think they'd be good with a laugh track. But I think if you're already making a shitty-ass comedy movie, just throw in a cheesy-ass laugh track over the top and see what happens.
Yeah. They should also do that with horror movies. And add funny cartoon sound effects, like a bonk sound when they get hit.
Bonk! Like, God, that fucking
awooga,
rock.
Awooga.
Awooga. God, remember when all the shows would do that one Chinese song whenever an Asian character would show up do 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 do. Where did that come from? Who came up with that?
We should bring that back, but
not about Asian people.
Just anytime
it's this the new cop sound.
Yeah, anytime a cop shows up.
You see, You're watching videos of the pros like do 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 do. You turn on Gumple to Gumple like do 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 do. And at first I was like, what the, like what? I don't get it. Where are the Asian people? But eventually it's just like imprinted in you that this is the cop noise now.
Can we try and make that a reality?
I think we can. I mean, the problem is the trend center for this is going to look pretty racist. Like,
yeah,
like you can't just because at the end of the day, you're still putting in this weird racist Chinese. What is the connotation is for like Chinese and like Asian characters, and so like at first everyone's like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing the racist noises?"
I'm sorry, I just looked up Asian jingle, and this is actually just called the Oriental Riff.
That's even worse, dude. I didn't know this concept could get worse.
The Oriental Riff,
like,
also known as the East Asian Riff, just call it that.
Yeah, that's much better.
It's been often used in Western culture as a trope or stereotype of Orientalism to represent the idea of mainland China, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, or a generic East Asian theme.
Dude, that's fucked up.
We're gonna make that mean white people now. We're taking everything.
But yeah, like it's like, is that bad because we're stealing from Asians, or like is it good because it's racist?
I think if you take it back
But we're not taking it back for Asian people. We're taking it back for police officers.
Yeah, we're taking it from I don't want to say well-intentioned, but we're taking it from its original meaning and giving it a new one. But the new one is bad. But also, this is used...
Yeah. But also, the old one is bad.
Yeah, the old one is bad, but in a different way. But we're making this malicious. And eventually, over time, this will not ever be associated with Asian people. And it's going to be all thanks to us. It's just going to be Oriental Riff? More like Cop Riff.
More like fucking Pig Riff. So who invented this? Like, who came up with this? Because I'm pretty sure this is not, like, based off anything, like, legitimately, like, Chinese or East Asian.
No, I'm reading the Wikipedia page right now.
Some dude was like, oh yeah, this is how China sounds.
It's a Western invention dating back to the Aladdin Quickstep used in an Aladdin stage show in 1847.
Okay. So it was originally about Middle Eastern people, and then it was just sort of like in the whole lumping in with the whole like idea of the East.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that was somehow it ended up to be an East Asian thing.
Yeah, for the music buffs out there, Wikipedia says, the notes used in the riff are part of a pentatonic scale and often harmonized with parallel open fourths, which makes the riff sound like East Asian music to a typical Western listener.
Oh, okay. I mean, it kind of sucks that it's racist, because it do kind of slap. Like, just looking at it, like, outside of any sort of context, it's catchy.
Yeah, it's definitely still used, like, as part of a... Like, Nintendo used it for ARMS, according to this page.
Okay, yeah, but they can do that. That's a legitimate attempt at reclaiming it, I guess.
No, I'm just saying, it still gets used. Rush used it in 1976 for A Passage to Bangkok.
Oh, okay. Was that good or bad?
I just put some pieces together. Because I knew something in that song sounded familiar. And now I'm learning that Rush is racist, and I'm gonna move on now.
Fuck. Yeah, Rush, you're canceled.
Actually, I think they...
Didn't like one of their leads...
Yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Not Geddy Lee. Neil Peart died. So, they are actually canceled.
Neil Peart, I'm sending a text message to God telling him you're racist. You're going downstairs ASAP, buddy.
Rest in peace, bitch. A Passage to Bangkok?
Rest
more
in
like
Peart,
A Passage
bitch.
to Hell.
Got
him. Got him. Alright, you got anything else?
Yeah, hell yeah, I got more references,
shit.
dude. Or do you want more about the East Asian riff?
No, let's hammer out these references. We're getting late.
Yeah. Star Trek, 1966 serialized space show, so popular it spawned a franchise. At one point with I think 2 different series and movies airing at the same time. It's funny because Peter's like, I always wanted to see more episodes of Star Trek, but there was currently an airing Star Trek show, and then a year later they'd start another Star Trek show.
I think he wanted to see more of the original series.
Maybe.
People didn't really like those series that were airing at that time, but they had their fans. My mom really liked Deep Space Nine.
Nice. One of my professors showed me the episode during, I think it was in The Next Generation, where it's like Darmok on the beach with Talangra, which is like a retelling of the Epic of Gilgamesh that they both understand through like mutual references. Just because we were talking about Gilgamesh in the class, and he just let us watch the full episode during the class because like no one was gonna stop him. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I appreciated it.
Star Trek. It's good.
Star Trek, baby. It's in stars.
And Treks.
Alright, on to the next one. Good Times. It was a 1974 sitcom. It was the first sitcom to feature 2 black parents. Like, not like 2 black parents ever, but like together.
Whoa. I believe this is one of the shows that I thought they were referencing in the episode with Peter's dad, where they were working at the junkyard.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I can't get all these fucking references.
Yeah, well, let's prove it. Get another one.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, these are not the shows I was watching. I'm like, to me, the iconic black sitcoms are Family Matters, and Everybody Hates Chris, but that's just a product of my time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I fucking loved Everybody Hates Chris. I was a little, like, too old for me. I wasn't, like, quite ready. And I remember there's one episode where I think there's, like, a porn mag in it or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
And my mom would not let me watch it. But, like, I kept trying to watch it. Because, like, I didn't even know what was wrong. I'm like, I gotta see it. I gotta know.
And did you end up knowing?
I think so. I mean, I've pieced together there's a porn mag in it. I didn't go back and watch it, so I think I gotta put it together.
Well, it's got to be streaming
I
somewhere.
think it's actually around the...
You got to find this out.
I think it was around the first time I looked at porn as a child. When was the first time you looked at porn?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Tell us in vivid detail.
I was in early elementary school, and this was the days of dial-up and everything. I don't remember the details, but I just remember, like, pop-ups. And then I think at one point I did just go to, like, sex.com.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Probably, like...
Dude, I still have vivid memories about all of it, honestly.
Yeah, yours are probably more fresh than mine.
Oh, definitely. Unless you're a very late bloomer.
Oh, I was an early bloomer.
Nice. I remember it was summer going into 6th grade. I remember I would only look at lesbian porn because I did not want to see a penis.
That's toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity strikes again. And I remember one time I was looking at like an iPad or something, and I locked my door, and my mom came in, and like she like knew what I was doing, but she couldn't prove it, so I couldn't get in trouble.
Fuck yeah.
And I remember like I tried to jerk off, but like I couldn't do it because like I didn't know what to do. I was like twisted my dick.
That is heinous.
Yeah, and then the first time I came, it like hurt, and I didn't do it again for like a month because I was scared.
That's how God tries to get you to never do it again.
Didn't work, God. You can't stop me now.
You're a sinner. You're going to hell. You're going right there with Neil Peart.
Neil Peart for being racist, me for jerking
You
off.
for the sin of self-pleasure, you fucking sinner pig.
The sin of onanism.
Can't believe that shit.
Alright, next reference. Back to the Future. 1985 sci-fi movie. You got Marty McFly and Doc Brown, and they go back in time, and it's crazy and wild. And they made 2 more of them that were never as good as the first one.
Yeah.
You haven't watched them?
Nope. Never seen them.
You've already made this on an episode.
I've never seen them. Probably never will.
The first one's decent. I think the third one they go back to like be cowboys or some shit, and I enjoyed it.
I just don't care.
But I was like 11. I just jerked off for the first time, and I saw a cowboy, and I got really horny.
It happens, and you know, I don't care about not old movies, but I'll just leave it at that. Back to the Future, more like back to the bottom of the queue.
Hell yeah. Next reference is to Isaac Hayes. He was a very popular soul and funk musician. He also starred in some blaxploitation films, which was the topic at hand when the reference was made.
Voice of Chef in South Park.
Really? Shit, I didn't get that far on the Wikipedia page.
Damn. Well, now you know.
Hell yeah. The Emmys, those are just TV awards, like the Grammys, but for TV.
You know what the Emmys are. Come on.
Come
on, Zoomers.
Come on, Zoomers. Nah, Zoomers don't care about the Emmys. Like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, the only awards I see people my age care about are the Grammys, but also everyone knows that the Grammys are just like bullshit at this point.
All award shows are bullshit. Don't feed into the man.
But especially the Grammys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the first time I cared about the Grammys was when Kendrick Lamar got robbed for Good Kid, Mad City. And they gave it to fucking Macklemore.
I remember that. I don't care about the Grammys either.
Yeah.
It's the Back to the Future of... I'm going to stop beating that horse.
Yeah. And then they didn't give Kendrick Lamar Album of the Year for To Pimp a Butterfly. So they gave it to Damn, which is like clearly a makeup award, even though Damn wasn't nearly as good as To Pimp a Butterfly, in my opinion.
To Pimp a Butterfly is really good.
Oh yeah, To Pimp a Butterfly is amazing. I remember where I was when I first heard that album, and I don't think I'll ever forget.
I listened to it, I think this year, honestly.
Oh wow.
I'm really behind. I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah, I remember. It leaked, and I didn't know it leaked. And then, because it got leaked, they added it to streaming services early, and Nikki, our editor, actually told me about it. I was like, dude, it leaked. Like, have you not heard it? And I remember, like, I was putting in earbuds. I was in a parking lot for this restaurant. Like, my mom was, like, getting a takeout for us on our way home. Yeah, that's where we were listening to it. It was, like, dark. I think it might have been raining. And, yeah,
Perfect.
I loved it.
Chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. I remember at the very beginning of Wesley's Theory, there's a little crackling, staticky noise, and I was worried my headphones were broken. Or my earbuds or whatever.
Were they?
No, they were not. That's part of the song.
I mean, it could have been also broken.
Maybe, yeah. Alright, next reference is to the Plagues. Pretty popular, but in case you don't know them, like you weren't raised in the Judeo... in any sort of Abrahamic religion, if you somehow missed all the references to it.
I just love you explaining this like it's an obscure TV reference.
Listen, some people probably don't know what the Plagues are, but they're probably also not listening to the Funnycast. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna expect like some like Buddhist raised in China, you know, our target demographic, to understand
That's
the Plagues.
true. If you look at the metrics, they are Buddhists in that country you mentioned, China. Mm-hmm. That was it.
Did you forget about China?
I immediately forgot the country. I could never forget about China. They're constantly in my hearts and mind.
Dude, I fuck with China heavy. I'm gonna be real here. This might age poorly when China like fucks up America, because some sort of conflict is probably gonna happen. But I fuck with China. I got Chinese friends. Like, it seems like a pretty cool place to be, honestly. Aside from, like, I mean, there are some bad parts with the government, but like, who am I, an American, to call them out on that one?
Yeah, for real. China, we love you.
Yeah. After this episode, I'm getting a call from like multiple Chinese businesses wanting to invest in the Funnycast. I'll become just like Brock Baker and make Chinese propaganda.
We'll be the kings of China. I don't think I can say that.
Oh, but yeah, the plagues. Moses is a Jewish leader. The Jews are currently enslaved under Egypt. He's like, let my people go. Pharaoh's like, no. So God sends 10 plagues, which culminate in the death of the firstborn child for everyone but the Israelites. And they're like, alright, fine, get out of here, Jews. We don't want you.
Get out of here!
Yeah, I mean, Rugrats made an episode about it. They can explain it better than I
Yeah,
can.
Tommy gets naked and says, I'm gonna sit here with melting wax as a diaper. Because I can't leave to get a real diaper.
Speaking of naked babies, did you notice when Stewie was taking the sink bath, he's fucking long?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, in the very beginning, Stewie takes a stink bath, which is, like, I guess it's like part of like the C plot of Stewie fighting with Lois about being clean.
I guess you can consider that a C plot.
I mean, like, technically it'd be the B plot because it's the only other plot, but normally, like, when you say B plot, it kind of confers that, like, it's of more significance. Well, yeah, he's fucking long in one scene. It's pretty funny. I liked it.
So kind of like a long cat kind of situation.
Yeah. But except it's a funny Stewie baby.
No one ever expects long stew.
Dude, what would you do if, like, you know those ceilings are, like, paneled?
Mm-hmm.
And you can, like, push the panels
Yeah.
off? You're in, like, a building with that, and you see the panel come out, and you see Stewie Griffin looking down, and he's leaning over, but instead of, like, falling off or jumping, he just expands and stretches all the way down to the floor.
I'm looking up and I'm picturing that right now. And I don't want to think about that ever again. I'd rather give Tom Brady a big wet one.
Dude, I fucking scream in terror, honestly.
Yeah, I would cry.
Like, I'm just imagining it in, like, in my favorite classroom from high school that had those ceilings. I'm just sitting there and fucking Stewie stretches down. I'd fucking brutalize that baby if I worked up the courage to do
Grab
it.
him, swing him around like a hose.
Yeah, it's like how you can swing a snake around by the tail and it can never bite you. because of just the physical laws. It just can't catch up. I do that to Stewie, but then I throw him at the end like Ebola. Ebola, not Ebola, right. The disease.
Yeah.
Which is coming back, apparently.
It's back, and it's better than ever.
So that's pretty cool. Alright, and final reference is to Boogie Nights, a 1997 period drama set during the 1970s golden age of porn, which was an expansion on the short film mockumentary, the Dirk Diggler movie. It was Dirk Diggler something. I wrote Dirk Diggler Snow, which is a typo. Oh, Dirk Diggler Show. That was the name of the movie.
How can it be a movie if it's a show?
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't try to do
okay.
a deep dive on what the fuck they were thinking and expose this for the sham that it is. No, I'll sit here and bite my tongue. Thank you very much.
Nuts. Fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Democracy dies in darkness.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I will get to the bottom of this shit.
That's all the references?
I swear to God, I will get to the bottom of this shit. You can't name something something when it actually is something else.
I mean, you can do that.
It's libel. You know otherwise.
Okay. What about the blue-footed booby or whatever? Blue-breasted booby? There's not a single titty in sight.
Well, booby means something else.
Booby means titty, dude. I know what boobies mean. Don't tell me I don't know what
booby was
boobies mean.
originally a bird.
Prove it.
Okay, I will. Let me look up the etymology of the word booby. Etymology.
Dude, etymologies are sham science. You can't prove that shit. But I am able to prove that boobies as titties came first.
Okay, here. Booby. Noun. Plural noun. Boobies. Definition 1. a stupid or childish person. Definition 2.
Oh, you're a booby.
I have to sneeze. That one hurt. That's probably not a good thing.
That was a pretty funny sneeze.
Yeah, I was trying not to sneeze. Definition 2 for real. A large tropical seabird of the gannet family with brown, black, or white plumage and brightly colored feet.
Bro, these are nuts. Boobies mean titties, and that's
There's
that.
multiple definitions. The origin of the word booby for titties stems from bubby
Boobingo.
and boob. And if you combine bubby and boob, you get booby in the 1930s.
That's bullshit. Boobies have existed from the dawn of time. I know it.
I see the hill you're trying to die on, and I'm trying to dynamite it so you don't die on it. But I'm
going to die on this hill.
I'm blowing myself up.
I can guarantee you Moses was like, Pharaoh, let my people go. We need to get boobies on our own.
I have laid dynamite all around the perimeter of the hill. And when I go to the plunger to detonate it, the wire's all around me and it's attached to a single stick of dynamite I left in my pocket. I fucked up so bad.
How the hell did you do that?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I guess I'm just a booby. That's a wrap, folks.
That's a wrap.
I have one thing to note.
Okay,
not about this.
okay.
It's entirely different. So much later in the show, Brian is a outspoken, staunch atheist.
Right.
When in this episode, he has undeniable proof that God exists. Do you think this episode just became retroactively non-canon since the show is such a strict adherence to canon?
It's either retroactively non-canon, or it means that his disbelief in God is not rooted in some sort of attempt of rationalism, but instead of a total denial and rejection of the concept of God, even though he knows God is real. Instead of trying to understand and critically think about what's happened, he's decided to just ignore that and suit it to his own conceptions of reality.
Kind of like how I deny my father is real despite visiting him every year and loving him very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like how I denied pooping my pants 15 minutes ago.
Wait a minute. I don't remember that conversation. Did you?
It's working. It's working.
Did you poopy your pants?
No.
Did you?
Why don't you come over and take a little sniff test?
Okay, I'm on my way to LAX right now. Don't move.
Alright.
I'll be there in about 15 hours.
Don't worry, I won't. It's not 15
I
hours.
don't know. Flights.
The flight's like 8 hours.
Okay, so almost half the time I originally estimated. The best part of pooping yourself, though, is just letting it stew.
Have you pooped yourself recently?
No, and I would never let it stew. That's
Okay,
disgusting.
Good. Yeah, no.
My
I always get so worried that I've like pooped myself or like I farted and a little poopies come out, and every single time I check, I've always been wrong.
Yeah, I rarely have that happen to me, but I know the times that like I do. The rare times I do think I poop myself with a fart, it's always been the case.
Damn.
I had the stomach flu in 8th grade, and I went through so much underwear. I would just go like, and then there would just be a little poopy mark on my underwear.
I assume you were at
Oh
home.
yeah, no, I stayed home that week.
Did you consider wearing like a diaper?
I mean, in the moment, no, but now I probably would.
I feel like if I shit my pants 2 times in a row, I'd go for a diaper.
Well, it wasn't a full shit. It was just like a wet fart, you know?
That's not much better. Dude.
I mean, it's not a big steamy poo-poo that you would want a woman to drop in a diaper for you. It's just like you step on a grape. That's what we're talking about. That's the amount of poopy in my pants, and I'm now realizing that's probably a lot. actually, because grapes are
That is a lot
you
of
step on a little blueberry, a small blueberry.
Oh. A little pea.
Yeah.
A little pea.
Yeah, a little pee to judge your poopy.
Dude, any amount of poop is too much. Speaking of that, I will say, I did notice that my former roommate, freshman year, sometimes he left his underwear in the ground. I look over and I see little brown stains in them. So like,
dude,
I don't know what up with that.
By college, you should have that figured out.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it's not like he was like an alcoholic or some shit and like just couldn't control his bowels anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw that dude drink ever.
Man, so here's what I do. If I have a gross poopy and I'm not feeling clean after I, wipe, get up in there with the paper, I have the luxury of hopping in the shower. I don't have a bidet. I can never make it... I don't know how to install things, and in this time, I'm not going to ask the maintenance guy to do it for me.
Maintenance man, install the poopy blaster.
Maintenance man, install the poopy blaster. I'm not going to do that. I want to. It'd be really funny, but I'm not going to do that. So I hop in the shower. I get up in there. I get up in my guts with the wah-wah, and I'm clean. And if you're in a dorm, you definitely have that luxury.
It's true. Our dorm was right across from the bathroom.
No
too,
excuse.
So like,
Maybe he was just into poopy.
I mean, maybe he didn't shower for like a week once.
Yeah, I
was fucking
remember
furious
you telling me
then.
about that.
Yeah, I did not get along with him. We never talked. At the most, I'd be passive aggressive. Like I like to sleep cold. The dorms are so hot, so I kept my window open almost the entire semester. And also, I love listening to storms. I know some people are scared of it, but I just find it really like cool and relaxing.
Yeah.
So I remember one night in particular, the wind is fucking howling. This storm is raging outside. We're on the 4th floor. I go to the bathroom, my bathroom before I go to bed, and he closes my window. I come back and open the window and get in bed.
Fuck that dude.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if he just was like, "Hey, can you close your window?" But yeah, sure, dude. But he didn't do that, so.
No, he didn't. And you know what he's doing now?
No, I don't actually.
Who cares? Probably dying.
Mm-hmm.
With poopy in his pants.
I just went back to my dorm today actually to get my shit because we haven't been allowed to do it yet because of coronavirus, and he was already all packed up. And today's only the second day it's been open, so like, I just was really on that.
He had to get rid of the evidence of his poopy underwear.
He had to get rid of all the poop stains.
Yeah, they were everywhere.
Yeah, you know when you turn on a black light?
Uh-huh.
If you look on my side of the room, you see cum stains. You look on his side of the room, you see poop stains.
Hey, we call that a brown light.
High
High five, my wife. Please don't high five my wife. She's very precious to me, and I will fight to keep her sacred.
Hell yeah. My wife cannot high five another man.
So help me God, if I see my wife high five any man that I have not approved, I will go home and cry.
Wait a minute. So you're saying there are men that you've approved to high five your wife, and I'm not one of them?
It's a very exclusive list.
I'm ending. We're fucking done here. This podcast is over.
Fuck!